Hey peeps, Harry here and welcome to 2 Decks, 1 Cut. Welcome back guys, I hope you had a fantastic couple of weeks. I just want to say as well, we're going to slightly change the format of this video here because I'm going to talk about the comments and that from the last episode and then we'll move on to what we're going to talk about this week, and trust me, you are not going to want to miss it. So first off, a huge thank you to everybody who subscribed and also smashed a like on the last video. I set a target of around 40 and we more than doubled that. So we managed to hit 85 likes on the YouTube video. So everyone who left a thumbs up, thank you so much. Everyone that commented, thank you as well. And of course, anyone that just watched the video, thank you so much too. So we're going to set a quick target on this video. What should we go for? We hit 85, so let's see if we can hit 90 likes, guys. So if we can hit 90 likes on this video, that would be awesome. And before we jump into it, let's look at some of the comments on the last episode, which was about Will to Read, a fantastic effect. Rob Jacks said he has Will to Read, free will, fair play and volition. He said he'll dig out Will to Read and he'll start using it again. Honestly guys, if you've got Will to Read, it is superb, and I am going to be questioning why it isn't just on you 24/7. I'm not even lying, because it is just literally one page. It's in my wallet right here, underneath there. There it is, just there. One page of insane, easy mentalism, and that's the thing. That's mentalism as simple as it can come. 3 objects, pick up, put one in your pocket, give one to me, and it's predicted. So if you haven't checked out that episode, I highly recommend it. But awesome, Rob. I'll have to check out Fair Play. I haven't seen that one, so thanks for letting me know about that one. Sean Mann said, you really can't beat Will to Read, which I agree with, or the free will principle in general. He does his free will routine as a lead-in to roll using the 3 coloured dice. Yeah, definitely, you know. And it's nice to be able to use it as a sort of not a filler, but that helps join routines together, because free will is so simple and you can do it with any object. So if you are having to use weird objects, you can get them out and then simple as that, just do a little effect and then go into your main one. So definitely, Sean, a great shout there. Tony said, nicely done, Harry, thank you. He uses Will to Read all the time and it's always with him. He's been doing professional mentalism for over 30 years and it's one of his favourite effects. So there you go guys, Tony has got the experience and he's telling you that it's one of his favourites. So if you haven't checked out Will to Read or the last episode, then head over after the video, watch this video first, head over on the channel. I'm not sure what episode it would be, what is it, let's have a look here. Episode 7, so click on episode number 7 and you can see it's one bit of paper and you can do a free will plot, you can do a book test, you can do revelations. It's honestly, it's superb, really good. And thank you to everyone else that commented as well. Thank you Robert, Runny Mate, John, Zax, Nick, Andy, Matt. So thank you everybody that commented. That is all for the comment section, but guys, make sure you leave a comment in this one. I'll tell you later what I'm going to ask you guys about, because I want to know what your performance piece is, because that's what this week's one's going to be about. So guys, before we get any further, let's check out the performance. Lily.
Yeah?
People often ask me, how did you get into magic?
How did you get into magic?
Funny you ask. It's a funny story. Actually, it's not a funny story. It's a tragic story. I know. And it's a story about my great uncle Charlie. He wasn't a magician, but he was a gambler. So he was around cards and things like that. He wasn't the best gambler, but that is how he made his living. Okay. And he had an edge over the other players. He didn't have a really good poker face or anything like that. His edge was actually his wife. Okay. She was a fortune teller. So every evening when he would go out to gamble and everything like that, he would ask her what's going to be the lucky card, and she would tell him the card to bet on. So if for example the ace of spades would come, she would say, if the ace of spades comes up this evening, bet all your money on it. And 9 times out of 10 he would win. Well, every time he won actually. They made a small fortune. Obviously if you're a psychic now, you would bet on the lottery and things like that. But back then the gambling was all you had. So Emily, being the fortune teller, Charlie's wife, that's all she could sort of do at the time. Unfortunately though, with greed and success sometimes comes unloyalty.
Ooh.
And Charlie actually ended up having an affair with one of the hostesses at the casino, a woman called Lucy.
Okay.
But I want you to forget about that for now, because I've actually got a picture of the pair of them.
Okay.
And we're going to come back to that in a moment.
Okay.
I want you to imagine you are Emily. You are the fortune teller.
Yeah.
What's going to be the lucky card that's going to be there that evening?
The Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
Are you sure? Right, I have actually got a letter, if I grab that out. Lovely, and where's that picture? There we go. Lovely, and just show you that there's nothing left in there.
Nope.
Alright. So we've got a letter and that picture. That's my heirloom. That's what I got given of Charlie. Do me a favour, pick up the letter and I want you to read it out loud for me. This was written from Emily to Charlie.
My dearest Charlie, I know about you and Lucy, and by now you'll be rich and will no longer need me. In any case, I could never go back to the way we were. However, I shall still remember our good times and will treasure the final photograph of us together. I enclose 2 tickets to the Americas. Use these to start a new life with Lucy as far away from me as possible. I shall not be home when you return to collect your belongings. Please do not try to find me. Enjoy your voyage aboard the Titanic. It is headed to a place where you both truly belong. Goodbye forever, Emily.
That is nasty, isn't it?
That is
She
a bit
knew
harsh.
what was coming.
Fair play, to be honest.
But let's see the lucky card that evening. And you said the
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Lily, turn it over. There is Charlie and Emily holding. Look what they're holding. The lucky card.
Oh my god.
The Queen of Hearts.
Oh my god. That's creepy.
That's freaky.
That's really creepy.
You got goosebumps?
Oh yeah,
that is
that's
scary.
horrible. I mean, I know from the Titanic.
There we have it, guys. I didn't want to tell you what we were talking about this week because I didn't want to give it away. But if you guys know already, then obviously you'll know what I'm about to say what it is. But if you don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen, that was Heirloom. And also in play was the Heirloom wallet. We'll come back to the wallet in just a moment because that, I think, is fantastic too. Heirloom is one of my performance pieces. I've got a couple of routines that are more a bit longer. They've got a nice story to them and they feel a bit more sort of magical. Heirloom was first released in 2002, I believe, by Colin Miller and Jamie Badman, and it's based on Colossal Killer, which is basically an any named card in wallet or any named card predicted in wallet. But what Jamie and Colin done with Heirloom was they put a story to it, and I think that's what makes Heirloom so good. The story talks about your uncle, well that's the one that I use and it's the one that they say on here, about your uncle, so it feels personal, and the twist they've done now is superb. Fast forward 12 years I think it was, I think they mentioned, I'm not storing these dates in my head, I just watched the DVD and it tells you. But fast forward 12 years to 2014 and then they released this. This is Heirloom Deluxe, Emily's Revenge. And they made a few tweaks with this compared to the original, and a few of them are the props you get. So in here you can see the letter that was in performance. You also get the mini photograph, which is superb. And guys, this does work with any card, which is obviously not the Joker's, and it is superb. So they've updated all the props you get with this. Not only that, they've added the letter in. So in the original you did get a letter with it, but you would only read the letter on certain occasions, whereas with this version you read the letter every single time, and I think that makes it. I think having the letter just puts it that one step higher. Getting any named card is fantastic, but when you've then got this letter along with it, the story, it just all merges together and it makes so much sense. So you get letters in here, and you also get, which is really good, you get different letters for different situations. So if you, like myself, like the Titanic theme, the sort of spooky future telling route, then you can perform that style in here. But if you don't like the sort of spooky, you don't like the Titanic route, you also get more of a happier ending in here as well. For me, the Titanic one is absolutely superb. In the performance, when Lily's reading it, you can see her body is like tensing up a little bit because it is spooky, and it is really, when you read it, it's like shocking, you know, you do get goosebumps. So that is Emily's Revenge Heirloom. The reason why I was speaking about Heirloom in this week's episode was because I love storytelling magic. And I know I say I love a lot of things. I think in all my videos I say I love this, I love that. But storytelling magic is something that I wouldn't consider myself doing before I was on tour with 4MG, because we would put effects in there which would be not fillers, but they wouldn't be the main crux of the show, but they would just get superb reactions, and we couldn't work out why. But then because we try and record all of our shows, when we looked back, we realised effects that had a story to it just made so much sense. They connected with the audience got more drawn in, and it just seemed more magical. So now Heirloom is one of my performance pieces, I'd call it. It's not like a magic trick, it is a piece. So Heirloom's one of mine. I've got another one, but I'm still working on that, I'm still playing around with it. Heirloom is superb. Now let's talk about the Heirloom wallet, because this, once again, this is now my everyday wallet, purely for that reason. Now the Heirloom wallet is exactly what it sounds like. It was a wallet that was made for Heirloom. It was made by Tony Curtis, who's a fantastic guy, does a lot of our wallets actually, and it's just phenomenal. The reason why I carry the Heirloom wallet on me all the time is because, first of all, it's a normal wallet. It stores all your cards, it's got slots for money, if I show you up there, you know, and it's not big at all. It's a decent size, you can fit a lot in there, and it will just fit. If I come all the way back here, you should still be able to hear me, fits in my pocket just like that. The reason why I use the Heirloom wallet, they are sold separately, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but the reason I use the Heirloom wallet is because it's literally made for Heirloom, and there's going to be features that you can use with this to enhance the performance of Heirloom. For example, you can show your wallet empty afterwards. Ease of getting what you need to do is a lot easier with the Heirloom wallet, because, like I said, it was made specifically for Heirloom. And so for me, whenever I perform Heirloom, I would just use the Heirloom wallet. It makes it easier, it was made for that effect, it's got additional touches and sort of tweaks that allow you to really get the most out of your performance. But if you don't want to get the wallet, oh, and I will just say, guys, if you do get the Heirloom wallet, it does come with a couple of other routines that you can use with that wallet. So not just Heirloom, but you can perform other routines with the wallet. But if you do not fancy getting the wallet, which I recommend you do, you know, it's proper good leather. And also it does sort of make it a lot easier. But if you don't feel like getting the wallet, that's absolutely fine, because on here they do tell you a way of using a regular wallet. Now it's not going to be as clean. It's still, no, it will look clean, it just won't be as easy as the wallet, because that is literally made for it. But Dad does speak through a way of doing it, a regular wallet, so does Colin and Jamie. The story with this talks about my uncle. I bring out a family photo, which makes sense. I bring out a letter, which also makes sense, you know. And the great thing about Heirloom is that everything's stored inside the wallet. So if I want to get the letter out, I literally reach in here and it's all there, you know, just tucked away. I didn't really show you on camera, but it's literally just tucked away in there, and it's all just really neatly done, you know. It looks professional, it looks slick, everything's put away, but it all makes sense. The props are quality, it works with any card. The wallet makes it look so organic, you know. You literally take your wallet out, place it on the table. There's no way, if a spectator was to look at this, they would immediately eliminate you've got 52 cards. Well, first of all, you haven't got 52 cards, but there's no way you can, because you've literally got your wallet and then you show it empty straight after. You know, you just show, look, there's nothing, no other photos in my wallet. And you don't have to prove a point of going, there's no photos in my wallet, but you just say, oh look, and just in case you're wondering, you know, because at the end of the day, they could have named any card. There's no way in hell you've got 52 different pictures in your wallet of your family. For me, Heirloom is another fantastic routine that packs small and plays big. You can imagine performing that in the pub, you know, like telling a scary story around a campsite, just with some friends, or even at a professional gig, you know. Imagine getting a group of people around, because it is a performance piece. If you get a group of people around, you can easily just go, we're going to use 3 of you for this. I want you to think of the colour of that lucky card, then think of the suit, then the value, you know. Just like that, you've already got 3 people involved. It's made it so much bigger for no more work. It's actually made it easier for you breaking it down like that. Really quickly forgot to say, if you want any more information on Heirloom or the wallet, then click the link in the description down below. we've got a special discount code, and it should have gone up on the screen, but if not, I'll tell you it now, and it will be YouTube20. So if you type in YouTube20 at checkout, you can get 20% off of Heirloom Deluxe Emily's Revenge. So guys, make use of the discount code. It will only last for a week, but like I said, you'll get 20% off this, and this is a superb effect. You are not going to want to miss out. Cheers guys.